Electric versus hybrid, two big contenders shaping the future of driving. One question, which one truly comes out ahead? On the left, the EV, zero emissions, instant torque, whisper quiet. And on the right, the hybrid. Efficiency meets flexibility with range that calms any anxiety. Let's skip the buzzwords and get straight to the facts. We'll score each category, and by the end, you'll see exactly who wins in 2026. The final result might just surprise you. Okay, quick look at the roadmap for today. We're comparing EVs and hybrids across purchase price, fuel and energy costs, maintenance and reliability, range and driving experience, charging accessibility, environmental impact, 5-year total ownership cost, and of course who each one is best for. Ready? Let's go. Let's start with the biggie, purchase price. So EVs, awesome as they are, they still cost quite a bit upfront. Like we're talking over $56,900 on average. Honestly, unless you snag those solid federal tax credits up to $7,500, by the way, that price can make you gulp. But if you stick with it for about 5 years and you factor in all those incentives, it can actually even out and become pretty affordable. Now hybrids, these guys are way more chill on your wallet at the jump. Some start just below $30,000, which makes them super tempting if you just want the best deal today. Downside: yeah, you don't get as juicy incentives, so that sticker price is almost all on you. In the purchase price category, hybrids definitely take this one with a lower starting cost. Alright, moving on, let's talk about fuel and energy costs. So EVs are absolutely wild here. Charging up at home is insanely cheap, like we're talking 4 to 5 cents per mile. Over 5 years, that's only about $2,800 for energy. Almost feels like stealing, doesn't it? Downside is, you need charging at home and maybe pay for some equipment setup. Now hybrid's still a killer deal compared to gas-only cars. It's about 6 to 8 cents per mile and you don't sweat the charging stuff, just fill up anywhere, anytime. The con though, you're still using gas, so as prices fluctuate, so do your costs. EVs are the real winners in energy savings. How about maintenance and reliability? EVs, honestly, are famously low hassle. Fewer things can break since there aren't as many moving parts, and average 5-year maintenance is only about $700. The catch? Batteries can wear out eventually and not every regular shop will touch EV stuff. For hybrids, these are pretty well proven. Yes, they're more complicated than pure gas, but not outrageously so. Maintenance is a bit pricier than EVs, around $1,300 over 5 years, but still way better than what you'd pay for a regular gas car. Plus, almost any mechanic can handle hybrids now. Gotta say, for ultimate simplicity, EVs take it. Oh, and here's something cool. Did you know? Electric cars are up to 70% cheaper to fuel than gas vehicles, and hybrids, they're right behind, saving you about 60%. That's wild when you think about gas prices lately. Let's dive into range and driving experience. EVs are electric rockets, 250 plus miles on a charge for most models, silent drive, and that instant torque when you hit the pedal. But let's be honest, range anxiety is real. Planning road trips around charging is kinda a thing, especially if it's super cold or you have to stop at a fast charger for half an hour. Hybrids, on the other hand, no sweat with range at all. You get over 40 miles per gallon, no drama if you need to cross a state or two, and cold weather, no biggie. Downsides: not as quick off the line as an EV and you lose that smooth, quiet buzz, but no stress about running out of charge. For range and ease of use, hybrids win here. Next up, charging accessibility. So EVs are cool because yeah, you can just plug in at home, charge overnight, and wake up to a full tank. There are now over 73,000 public charging stations in the US, which is pretty good. But you do need to get a home charger installed, and if you live way out in the sticks, charging's still hit or miss. Contrast that with hybrids where, seriously, you never have to think about charging. Just go to any gas station, fill up, and get back on the road. No extra installation, no planning detours, nothing. In this category, hybrids hands down make your life easier, especially outside the city. Now let's get into environmental impact. EVs, no contest here. Zero emissions, no tailpipe pollution. If clean air makes you feel warm and fuzzy, this is your car. Only hesitation: making those big lithium batteries isn't exactly eco-friendly, and if your grid isn't super clean, there's still some carbon footprint. Hybrids? Huge leap over pure gas vehicles. You do burn some fossil fuels and you do have a tailpipe, but compared to gas cars, they're definitely a much greener choice, and their batteries are smaller with less environmental cost up front. All things considered, EVs are still the green champ. Let's talk 5-year total ownership cost. EVs have the lowest bottom line, especially if you score the incentives, about $35,000 total over 5 years, and that covers everything from purchase to energy to maintenance. Hybrids are a close second at around $38,500, which is still way less than sticking with a regular old gas car. In the end, once the incentives are in, you actually save a little more with an EV. Lastly, best for now, this feels like a toss-up, and honestly it depends on your life. If your commute is basically the same every day, usually under 200 miles, and you can charge at home, an EV is ridiculously good. Cheap, green, almost maintenance-free. But if you drive a ton, like 20,000 plus miles a year, or you're out in the sticks without good charging, a hybrid just makes sense. You get real MPG, go anywhere, and still use less fuel. Really, this one is a tie, it just depends on your needs. Let's take a quick look at the radar chart. You'll notice hybrids start strong in purchase price, range, and charging convenience, while EVs absolutely dominate in fuel savings, maintenance costs, environmental impact, and long-term ownership. But you can start to see which lane each option really owns. So what's my take? Honestly, if you can charge at home and you're mostly doing consistent, everyday driving under 200 miles, go for the EV, save money, the planet, and dodge gas stations. But if you live far from charging networks, do tons of road trips, or just low stress over range, hybrids keep life super easy. Either way, both totally slap gas cars in terms of cost and efficiency. Alright, ready to decide? My advice: test drive both. That's the only way to feel the real world difference. Happy car shopping, and let me know what you end up choosing.